Project 613, day 15. 13 mitzvahs for us to go through today. One is not allowed to build a structure designated for idol worship. That's what the heathens would do at their time, and even they do it today. They build these massive temples and structures and monuments to attract the populace to come and serve their idols. We are not allowed to do the same. A very interesting prohibition here. One is not allowed to set up a specific area with stones to kneel on these stones. The only place where we are allowed to kneel on stones is in the holy temple. Only in the temple, when we bow to God, are we allowed to kneel on stones. In any other place, we are not allowed to do so, because this is what the heathens would do. They would kneel on stone floors. So we keep away from that. We are not allowed to plant trees in the holy temple, because the heathens would plant beautiful trees in their temples. We do not do so in our temple. We have a specific mitzvah to destroy idols. Wherever we have the opportunity to do so, we must destroy idols. We are not allowed to benefit from idolatry. We are not allowed to utilize anything that is of heathen purpose for our own benefit. For example, there were certain trees called Asherah. People would serve these trees. And if someone would go and chop down that tree and use the wood as firewood to cook food, we're not allowed to benefit from the cooked food, because it was cooked from the heat that came from the wood, from the tree that was served as an idol. That's how far away we need to stay away from serving idols. We're not allowed to benefit from idolatrous decorations. If there was jewelry that was used to beautify an idol, we are not allowed to benefit from it at all. We're not allowed to use it. We're not allowed to sell it. It all needs to be destroyed. When the Jewish people came into the land of Israel, it was inhabited by the 7 nations, the 7 Canaanite nations. The biggest problem with those nations being there was that they were idol worshippers, they were heathens, and we were forbidden from making any treaty with these 7 nations. We are not allowed to show any kindness towards idol worshippers, which means that we are not allowed to be impressed by them. We are not allowed to give them a compliment. Oh, look how attractive this idol worshipper is. Keep away from the idol worshipper. In fact, when the Jewish people were in control of the land of Israel during the times of the temple, they were not allowed to allow idol worshippers to dwell in their midst. Having idol worshippers in the neighborhood was a big danger for the other Jews that were there, that perhaps they might be enticed to behave like them and to serve idols. In fact, we're not allowed to even imitate the practices of the heathens. If they dress in a specific way, if they have a certain specific type of haircut, we are not allowed to emulate their ways, because we have to be far away from any connection with idolatry. Something that was very much connected to idolatry at the time and even today is the idea of interpreting omens. If someone was walking down the street and all of a sudden his walking staff fell, they would say, oh, because my walking staff fell, that means it's not going to be a good day. I'm going to turn around and go back home, and I'm not going to engage in business. Or if someone says, hey, a fox just passed by me on my left side, that means that I'm going to be, someone is going to trick me today. Someone's going to rob me. So therefore, I'm just not going to engage in business. Interpreting those omens are specifically forbidden in Judaism. Then there's the concept of soothsaying. There are, the part of the thing that the heathens would do is they would say all this type of gibberish, and they were convinced that this gibberish would help them and that it would protect them. We are not allowed to engage in that at all. And finally, astrology and divination. We are not allowed to base our behavior on certain astrological signs and things of that nature. Also included in this prohibition is to do any type of action that makes people think that we have truly magical powers. A magician has to be very clear to his crowd that everything that he is doing is just for entertainment purposes, and the rabbit didn't just pop out of the hat. There is a trick here. Anyone can do it if you just learn how to, but it's not like it's real magic going on here.